Welcome to all of you on the channel Math with Munir. So today we are here to solve another problem from New Syllabus Mathematics 7th edition D2. So if you have watched my previous video, then you do remember that we have solved some problem from the topic direct proportion, and this time we are going to solve this question from the class of indirect proportion. So I am going to give you a quick overview that what does it mean by direct proportion. So let's suppose that we have two variables A and B. Once we are having the same effect on both sides, then it is called direct proportion. What does it mean by increasing this is going to be increased, and by decreasing this is going to be decreased as well. So it means that they both variables are in direct proportion. So inverse proportion is actually a kind of the opposite. So by increasing this A, B is going to be decreased. Alright. Now if we decrease A, B is going to be increased. So you see we are having the opposite effect. So it means that both the variable are in inversely proportion. So I am going to read this question. You should have your copy and pen with you. Note it down every single step so that you can get this question very easily. 8 men can build a bridge in 12 days. 8 men can build a bridge in 12 days. Find the time taken for 6 men to build the same bridge. So how this question belongs to the inverse problem, inverse proportion, we need to get this thing very easily. So initially 8 men are building a bridge in 12 days. So obviously when you have more employees, when you have more workers, they can work more quickly. That is why once you increase the number of workers, the number of days is going to be decreased. So you see we are having the opposite effect. So that's why this question belongs to the class of inverse proportion. So let's begin with the solution. 8 men, how many men are there? 8, can build a bridge in 12 days. How many days? 12. Find the time taken. Time taken means that we need to find the number of days again. Days, we don't know. We need to find out. For 6 men, we have now 6 men. Okay. Now, for the sake of our own simplicity and for the better understanding, I am going to give this all for the names of the variable. So let's assume that these 8 men are y1 and these men are y2. These days are x1 and these days are x2. Please do keep in mind that if let's suppose for these men you are mentioning y1, then these men should be y2. You can't change the variable. Yes, we can change the index, that's why this is y1 and this is y2, but you can't say y1 and x1. Okay, you need to maintain the balance. Okay, so y1 x1 and this is x2 and this is y2. So we need to plug in the formula, and formula is that x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. So why we are applying this formula? Every time when the question belongs to the class of inverse proportion, you just need to give the variable's name and apply this formula and plug in the value and solve the question. You will get the solution. So I am going to tell you that how can be possible that x1 y1 is equals to x2 y2. So this is the thing that you need to understand. Okay, initially there were 8 men and 12 days. Obviously they are completing the project, and now we don't know the number of days, and we have the six men. Obviously they are going to complete the, so over here we have the purpose to complete the project, and over here we have the purpose to complete the project as well. So that is why they both are equal. Or in other words, you can say that let's suppose if A is equals to B and B is equals to C, then we can say that A and C both are equal. So this is the same thing. These two are equals to project completed. The purpose of these two is also equal to the project completed. So that's why these two can be written as equal. Okay. So now just plug in the value. X1, we know that 12. These two terms are multiplying with each other. Y1, what is Y1? Y1 is 8 equals to X2. X2 we don't know, so you are going to keep it same. X2 multiply Y2 is 6. So 12 8s are 9, 12 times 8, 96. and 6 times x2 is going to give you 6x2. So you need to find out the value of x2. Obviously 6 is going to be shift to the other side. So 96 divided by 6 will give you the answer x2 equals to, it will be 60. So these are 16 days. So it means that 6 men are going to complete this task in 12 days. So if you look at this question, then you will realize that yes, that do make sense. Once we have 8 men, they are completing the task in 12 days. So men are going to be decreased. So your answer number of days should be greater than that. If you are getting the number of days less than 12, it means that you did something wrong. So this is the way you can cross check your answer. So if you got this question, please don't forget to subscribe and share this video as much as you can so that it can help many.